immoral, and wrong.
This is the Modern Eater Show.
Piping hot and delicious.
The Modern Eater.
Food, 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 food.
Come and get it. And now your hosts, Greg Hollenbeck, Jay Parker, and Freeman.
All right, wow. Welcome to the Modern Eater Show.
Yeah.
Seems like it's been a couple of weeks. Last week we were off. Here we are back in the saddle again. End of summer.
I know.
Labor Day weekend.
Welcome to fall and autumn here.
Greg Hollenbeck, Brian Freeman, Jay Parker, Little Rich Snyder, Dave Avery. The whole band's together. All's well in the world.
All is well in the world of food and drink.
I'm looking forward to the show. We got a great show and a lot of things coming up. The fall agenda starts to pack up.
Yeah, well, because you've got harvest. This is the time when everything is coming on right now.
Live on Facebook right now. Just head on over to the Modern Eater Facebook page like I'm doing, and just go ahead and find that and share it with your friends. And we've got a good show for you tonight. The Colorado Restaurant Association, they've got a lot of things coming up. The restaurant show is the 17th and 18th of September, and also Denver Food and Wine, which you didn't know was a Colorado restaurant.
I did not realize that was sponsored and started by them.
Well, we need to have some answers here.
I love it. We've got Devaney on.
To the bottom of this big mystery.
Devaney McNeil, how are you?
Great. How are you?
Good
Greg?
to see you.
Nice to
Good
see you too.
you.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yes, our foundation, so the Colorado Restaurant Association has the Colorado Restaurant Foundation. That's kind of the heart of the association. They have the Angel Relief Fund. They do the Pro Start for high school students.
There's Jay.
And hello.
Ooh, look at that.
Now
Look
I
at that.
feel like
Oh.
I'm on fire. Thank you. So Mary Mino has been putting on Denver Food and Wine, and it is a little known, little well-kept secret, I guess, that the Restaurant Association is behind it.
Yeah, it's grown into just this.
It's a festival now.
It's fantastic.
I think I
cool.
have a dance card filled from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
Yep,
Saturday, and Sunday morning.
Yeah, 4 days.
Yeah,
it's a
so
big deal.
I'm
You have
gonna
the
be-
agenda memorized?
Well, kind of. I know that Wednesday is Denver Under the Stars. Dinner Under the Stars, sorry, in Denver.
Dinner Under the Stars.
What's Thursday?
Now, that's at Liberati Restaurant and Brewery,
Yes, it is.
and we will be having
We quite love them.
Alex and Marta are here with us.
Yes, what a great addition to Rhino Liberati is. And we're doing several things with them. We're doing Dinner Under the Stars with them, which is always such a great event. It's going to be Italian themed this time. We have the pasta chef from Rioja there, who is going to make some magical things. We have Crenelli's there. We have Liberati, of course, we're there, and they're going to be there represented. And I'm trying to, Giovannina's Broken Italian, which is amazing. And
So we're all there.
we're all there.
We're all going to go.
Yes.
How do other folks go?
So just Google Denver Food and Wine 2019, and it'll pop you right to the Denver Food and Wine Festival website. And you had asked me what's on Thursday night?
Yes. Well, wait. I'm going to ask you a bigger question. What's the cost of that?
I think it's $125 for Dinner Under the Stars.
Okay.
And I have to say it's well worth it. They pair it with a ton of wine. There's special cocktails when you go in. It's everything you would want from a foodie event. And, of course, it's under the stars.
Yeah, it's one of those, one ticket price. Get
Yes.
you an admission.
Oh, yeah.
You get
Get you everything.
You leave plentiful. You leave with your wine glasses, so you get Riedel wine glasses that they do the wine pairing in. Mary has these fabulous bags that, they're actually wine bags.
little
that you
takeaway
put.
bags.
Yep, and so you get to take home 4 Riedel wine glasses, which leads right to the Riedel wine glasses tasting. Really, is what it is you learn.
And that's on Thursday.
That's on
there
Thursday.
you go.
Damn
Nice.
it. I'm not letting this Thursday go because I feel like it was a test, and I'm passing it.
Well, it's back up to when it's a week long, basically.
It's 5 days.
5 days?
basically. Oh, it's a work week long.
It's
yeah.
a work
Oh,
week.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so the Bartender Bash is on Thursday, September 5th. That's at the Exto Center.
That's
But
on
so is the
Thursday.
wine glass. as
So is
well.
the wine glass. So there's the Riedel wine tasting, and I wish I had all the pricing
That's
memorized,
not
but
on Wednesday?
it is on Thursday.
Oh, it changed.
So Dinner Under the Stars, you actually get to keep the wine glasses that they serve the wine for you in, which is really cool. I mean, if you want to start collecting wine glasses, you just go year after year after year, and in 4 years you have 4 sets of. I mean, who has
got
that
the
many
collection.
friends, really?
That's right.
But so the Riedel tasting is just about an hour and a half, and I've done it every year, and I have more wine glasses than I
So
can
is that
drink
more
out of.
sophisticated than the bartender bash?
We try to think none of it's that sophisticated, but it's not, it's a classroom setting, so it's basic. It's at Mile High, Metropolitan State University.
Metro State, okay.
And it is in a classroom setting, and it's really fun, and you get to taste some wine and things like that, and you take 6 glasses home that night. So I think it's $65, and you get to they have a nice box of glasses that you get to take home.
Wow.
That'll take you back to a classroom setting, but you don't have to sneak the booze in.
Right, exactly. Exactly. You go pregame. No, I'm just kidding, everyone. But you pregame somewhere, and then you go to that, and then you go to the bartender's bash, and that's what we call a Thursday night in Colorado.
That is a Thursday night. So that's this coming Thursday, September 5th.
Yep.
Do just like Devaney said and just Google Denver Food and Wine, and it'll come up. I'm looking at the agenda right now, 2019. Festival guide is there for you. You can print it up. It'll give you all the information you need to know. Liberati
starts it off.
Restaurant and Brewery. They're going to be doing a lot of things with you guys, but then also you're jumping over to Cattivella.
We are. We have a special dinner with Elise, who we adore, at Cattivella, and I've actually never eaten at her restaurant.
Jay has.
And
it's delicious.
I can only imagine.
And I'll say this much: you know how like the chef's table is a popular thing now. A lot of restaurants you go to, and this is one of the best ones ever.
Oh.
So she has a bar, it's like bar seating, right? If you picture it, she was a bartender,
right?
And they have the saute guys and the pizza guys. Just as you sit there, I mean, you could reach out and toss the shrimp up if you wanted to.
If you were brave.
It's beautiful.
Oh wow! Okay, that sounds amazing.
And Elise does such a great job.
She's really a gem. She's a jewel of our Colorado chefs.
That's a Friday night. Basically, you're planning out my week.
Yes.
Thank you. I have a hard time doing it.
I hope you'll be on my arm is what I hope. That'd just be so great.
We're going to be going. And then if you haven't had enough, Rise and Dine on Sunday. That's where we all meet back at Liberati Restaurant.
Well, wait.
We have more.
Back to Saturday. The grand tasting is kind of that's how it all began. And that is a blast. I think it's a blast anyhow. That's just kind of a walk around. There is wine coming out of your ears, but there's also tons of booze. You get to keep your Riedel glass from that as well, and you can even buy one of those things that you put your glass in, so you can just have all your hands and party and have fun and high five Greg.
I
and
can
such.
see you with glow sticks and
totally, yeah, exactly. So, and then of course Rise and Dine, finish it off. Go stuff your face with food from many different places, and it's always a really fun one. That's kind of probably the youngest event, I would say.
The marquee line, Denver's annual brunch festival featuring brunch bites and bottomless bloodies and Bloody Marys and mimosa bar. And that is at Liberati, right?
That's at Liberati again. We just can't get enough, apparently.
Well, they have an incredible patio.
It is such a great space. Yeah. I mean, it's just a nice, big, beautiful space. It's really open, and so it just has been a great partnership and worked well for us. So thank you, Liberati, very much. We're
going to learn all about Liberati in the next hour. We're going to spend an hour with Alex and Marta, and looking forward to that. In the meantime and in between time, this is going to be a good time. We encourage you to get your tickets, join us all. It's a great community of people that really gather together, and you guys do such a great job curating all of these partnerships.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we, it's a celebration of the great industry that we have here in Colorado, and I mean, we've been immersed in it for so freaking long that it just is kind of, I think, in our DNA, and it's our world. But for everybody else, it's kind of a chance to jump into the world because it's consumer-facing a bit more, and just super fun.
A lot of industry people listen to the show, but there's the 17th and 18th. That's a pretty big deal as well. What's going on there?
You know, we started doing the Colorado Restaurant Show 3 years ago when we not split love with Cisco, but we decided to kind of go out on our own so that we could do the show how we wanted to do it. And
I'll tell you what, that's not an easy thing to do. That's pretty ballsy.
Thank you.
It
because
is.
we are eating, drinking, sleeping Denver Food and Wine, and the Colorado Restaurant Show, and we're super proud of the restaurant show. I mean, we had Danny Meyer here 2 years ago, or no, 2 years ago we had Danny Meyer's human resources person. I think she had a fun name, more like human happiness kind of person. And then, of course, we had Danny Meyer there. This year we will have, I don't know who's familiar. Are you familiar with Zingerman's? Do you guys familiar with Zingerman's? So most people in the industry know Zingerman's, although I've come across a bunch of people who don't. They have a books on leadership, which are, I think, amazing. And Tabitha Mason is going to be here from Zingerman's. They talk a lot about servant leadership, so they really take pride in having their customers be happy, which they're kind of the Nordstroms of hospitality, I would say. You could probably return a tire there and get your money back. And so they'll talk about that, but they also want their employees to be happy. It's kind of just a big happy family is what it sounds like, and their books are great. And then, of course, we have Kat Kinsman there, who's done a lot, I think, for mental health in the industry.
And last year, that was a big hit, actually.
Yes,
and,
it was.
With all the awareness and work-home balance, trying to navigate your way through that. And let's face it, in an industry of so much temptation and stress, to where when you end your day, you kind of just want to, unwind in maybe ways that aren't very productive. So people are trying to find more productive ways, and a lot of that's just talking it out.
100%. I think that, I look back to my youth, and I remember running around Wash Park. Yeah, it was just yesterday. I was running around Wash Park, and I remember my girlfriends and I, before we would go out, we would kind of earn it. And I feel like in the last few years, I've done less earning of it. So the whole thing that we're focusing on, the whole person and mental wellness, which incorporates finances sometimes, and eating and drinking and exercise and all that kind of stuff. So we are focused on that, and we're focused on that in some of our educational sessions as well.
What's really cool is we're seeing more and more leaders that are taking the onus upon themselves to be able to say, look, I'm going to be the one. I lead you throughout the day. I'm going to try and make this work atmosphere to where it's conducive to some things that might be productive towards health. Yeah. And it's really nice when those things are implemented from the top rather than trying to navigate your way from the bottom and trying.
Well, Greg, if the leader's not healthy in any organization, you're not going to have a healthy organization.
And so you guys
100%.
did a great job last year of providing not only that leadership, but the folks that are willing to take that leap and put themselves out there and expose that, look, I'm a human being too.
Yes.
And I think that once we all figure out that, listen, we can talk. And Mary Mino's doing a great job of navigating some things with that as well. So
definitely.
Wow, good job with that. And then for 2 days, we're actually going to be an exhibitor at the convention center.
We are psyched to have Modern Eater there.
And we're going to just do all kinds of shows and stream live and gather a bunch of great interviews and just so happy to have our presence there. But the vendor list is looking really strong. This is really turning into be one of those industry must-haves. So
you know what's interesting about it, just one thing I'll say, is we're not a sales company, meaning we're not a purveyor, I guess. Mm-hmm. So this is really, we're just trying to curate.
You're an aggregator, yeah.
Yeah, just getting people together and doing it. We're not trying to sell anything. We're trying to do what we hear that industry wants, because we feel like, well, we know that's our job, right? That's the only reason we exist, is to support industry and owners and being happier, more successful businesses and people.
And I like kind of, boy, they're going to kill me. The brass is going to kill. But it's kind of that thug mentality of, like, we're not pushing agendas. We're going to come in and show off the products that you're excited about. We're not going to tell you, okay, this is what you need to show. And this is truly a show of, it's meant for the folks that are exhibitors that have the full run of what they'd like to do and represent their brand.
Absolutely.
Just so cool.
Absolutely.
All right. This was easy, right?
Oh, my gosh. It's always easy being at the Modern Eater.
Usually you're so shy. Like, I don't want to go on the air, but you killed it. You did a great job.
Well, thank you.
Way to represent.
You're the only one who thinks I'm shy.
Really?
My
when
mom.
it comes to microphones
since
and
sixth
cameras.
grade, yeah.
He might be confusing scared and shy. When you get around Greg, you might be scared.
I can't ever get a picture with her. I don't know what that is.
Oh, well, That's a whole different.
That's a whole-
That's a whole different thing.
Stephanie McNeil, thank you so much.
Thank
You're going to stick
you.
around and eat some delicious food?
Absolutely.
All right, we've got some cool people here. Sadie and Randy Russo. Here's a great success story.
Awesome.
Sadie is her background is science. She was a scientist, I believe, but working in the science industry. She loved to bake cakes for fellow employees and turned into forget what I'm doing. I'm going to continue to bake cakes. So she started a place called La Patisserie Francaise, and from there, she also started another place called Bonbons Cafe and Dessert. It's in Midtown next to Brews Beers, and they're just getting rolling. This is a great family business. Randy's gonna make his Randy's Old Fashioned. Anytime someone puts their name on a drink, I've got to taste it.
That's
because
funny.
we have to hold them to that standard.
Absolutely.
Your name's on it, you can do that. And then, of course, next hour, it's going to be the Liberati Hour.
Oh, I like it.
So stick around for that and much, much more. Sadie and Randy Russo, they're up next right here on the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Great first segment, Greg. Holy cow, our friends at the CRA. We love the CRA. But I'm going to tell you who else we're in love with is this guy, Alex Liberati.
Thank you so much, my
I tried to
friend.
make it sound a little Italian there.
Yeah, that's actually really good. That's,
Well, as much as a Mexican
That was
can.
proper, man.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, what you're doing is amazing. Tell our viewers where you're at.
Well, we're on 24th in Champa, downtown. We got quite a big space with parking spaces, and it's quite beautiful. And we brew beers made with grapes. We're the only ones in the world who just concentrate on that. And also, we do Italian food. I mean, we're all from Italy, moved over here a couple of years ago, and so, yeah, that's what we do.
They're going to be coming up. You're going to see some of their best dishes coming up soon. But I'll tell you what's amazing about these guys. And so this is kind of a little bit of a teaser. I'll tell you what's amazing about these guys. You can go there, you're downtown, no drama, easy parking, fantastic experience, fantastic food theater,
Too kind.
fantastic food. Go there, get you some of that. Stick around. We're going to be back. We've got some delicious words from some of our tasty sponsors coming up right now.
NMLS 182334, regulated by the Division of Real Estate.
Ready for yoga class?
I'm dragging today. I just haven't been eating great lately.
You should try a GNC multivitamin.
Aren't those expensive?
No, they're only $9.99. GNC One Daily Multis are scientifically formulated and quality checked. It's why they're the most trusted nutritional supplement brand in the world.
And only $9.99?
Satisfaction guaranteed or your money back.
With wellness that affordable, I could spend more money on yoga pants.
Stop into GNC or visit gnc.com/multis to get the highest quality wellness essentials like Women's Ultra Mega or Mega Man One Daily Multivitamins for only $9.99.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks. It's the Labor Day sale at Ace. Right now, buy one, get one 50% off on gallons of our top paint and stain brands, like Valspar, Clark & Kensington, Cabot Stain, and Magnolia Home Paint. And with our Ace Extra Mile promise, we'll help you get everything you need to paint in one trip, or delivery is free. Don't miss the Labor Day sale. Buy one, get one 50% off our top paint and stain brands. Now through Monday, only at Ace. Limit 2, delivery subject to availability. Visit acehardware.com for details.
So what's the deal with Belgian beers? Why are they so popular? Well, for starters, Belgium is a country the size of Maryland that produces more than 800 different beers, the greatest number of original beer styles on the planet, and they are amazing. At Brews Beers, badass Belgian-style beers are our thing, and we do them like no one else. All the classics like doubles, triples, quads, and wit beers, plus our own Belgian-inspired creations. Sour beers, fruit beers, and wood-aged beers. Brews Beers is at 67th and Pecos in Midtown. We have food trucks daily, or bring in whatever you like, including your dog, who is always welcome inside or outside on our large patio. Check us out on social media or on our website at brewsbeers.com. That's Brews Beers, B-R-U-Z, at 1675 West 67th Avenue, just 10 minutes north of downtown. The place to go for badass Belgian-style beers.
Hey, it's Greg Hollenbach. Anymore these days, when I go out to eat, I not only want to eat delicious food and drinks, but I also want to eat where I know my money is going to a local restaurant that I believe in. I believe in the Goods Restaurant on Colfax and Mark Whistler. The Goods is a community restaurant and bar with a menu focusing on vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, and keto options. Comfort food lovers, try the best burger on planet Earth.
I love it. 8 ounces of grass-fed beef and never, ever any hormones, antibiotics, or steroids. The Goods is truly a cultural melting pot, a family restaurant open to all. Their bar program is amazing. Saddle up at their long, luxurious bar, have a nice craft beer or a cocktail. Like their Facebook page and stay up on amazing events and specials going on throughout the week. Located on East Colfax, directly connected to the Tattered Cover Bookstore, across from East High School with free parking and a garage in back. Look them up online, thegoodsrestaurant.com. I'll see you at the Goods.
Hey, Colorado. This is Brian Freeman, owner of Growers Organic and a host on the Modern Eater Talk Show. Growers Organic is a Colorado who provides Colorado's greatest chefs with the best organic produce. I've been partnering with local and regional farms for the last 20 years, and our returning customers know they can count on us over and over again. Chefs who receive the highest rating on Good Food 100 choose Growers Organic for their organic produce needs because we're experts at bridging the gap between the farm and the table. Join us in the organic revolution and go organic with Growers Organic. Look us up online at growersorganic.com.
Wear black and eat spices. Hey, Modern Eater listeners, this is Zach from The Spice Guy, Colorado's favorite spice company. Spice is the variety of life. At The Spice Guy, we have a passion for sourcing the best ingredients from the best farmers all over the world. Choose from thousands of different GMO-free spices and ingredients, or let us create and blend custom flavor profiles for whatever style of food it is that you're working with. With over 1,000 restaurants, food brands, and chefs behind us, you can't go wrong when you choose The Spice Guy for all your spice needs. The Spice Guy.
Spicy.
Born in Breck, raised in Denver.
TheSpiceGuyCo.com.
Hey guys, it's Carly Smith, the Fairy Godmother here. Don't get too excited. Live from Studio Kitchen, Colorado.
You're up.
I love your guts. You're listening to the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio. Let's go make some bone broth.
All right, we can do that. Or pastries in this instance, and old fashions, Brian.
Yes, those are both good for your gut and your
back.
head.
Welcome back to the Modern Eater Show as we're streaming live on Facebook. We got to send Jay to a headline class. Every time I'm like, get a catchy headline that someone just can't resist to watch this video. You know what he put? You know what he put?
What did he put?
Bonbon your brains out.
Yeah.
That's what
I mean,
I'm terrified of that video. I think Facebook's going to put a watch at your own risk on
man.
that.
Listen, anybody that has a shred of interest in the
like
world
NC-17
outside
there,
of their
Jay?
brain is if you see Bonbon your brains out, you click on it because you got to find out what that is.
Were you running behind? You just called that in, didn't you?
No, man, I thought about that.
But you did?
Yeah, last night I sat down. I had a pin. I had one of those pins that were feathers, and I sat down in front of the fire. That's what I came up with.
I bet you did. Okay.
One of those pens that are a feather, Jay. What would that be? You'd like a pen?
Here's friends of ours, and these guys are great. It's everything I love. Family-owned and operated businesses. They work well with others. They play well with others. Like to source local ingredients when they can, obviously, and they're dipping their toe into a whole different realm. And without further ado, let's welcome them to the show. Sadie and Randy Russo. How are you guys?
We're good. Thanks.
Oh, good to see you guys. Wow. I mean, I had to let it quiet down just a little bit because it's been really busy for you and kind of kept on the radar. Like, hey, Sadie, when can you come in? And she's like, I need to get my footing. So now's the chance, even though today you had a couple of curveballs thrown at you, but here, all's well in the world. So Sadie and Randy Russo, owners of new Bonbons Cafe and Dessert Bar, and also the existing location of La Patisserie Francaise.
Yes.
And great to have you back on the show.
Thanks for having us. We really appreciate it.
Where do we begin? First of all, Randy, you're going to make an old-fashioned. I think we have to start there because we need a cocktail before we...
Yes, we can do that. We can do that.
So I saw, Sadie and I were going over the menu, and first of all, great website. Wow, what a cool website. Just Google Bonbon Denver. Bonbons Denver.
I have a great webmaster.
Is that you, Randy?
That is actually me, yes.
You do a great job, man.
Thank you very
the menu
much.
is up there. Sadie wasn't really even certain if the menu was up yet. And so I clicked on it, and there it was in all of its glory, and it looks great. You guys are doing a great job. Do you have the menu
It really
up?
is cool. I'm not seeing a menu on.
Oh, go to Bonbons.
Bonbons.
You're online.
But hey, listen, real quick. Tell us where both of these are because they're not close to each other. You've got one on Wadsworth, one on Pecos.
La Patisserie Francaise is on 80th and Wadsworth, and it's been there for 30 years. And Bonbons is on the corner of 67th and Pecos in that new Midtown neighborhood.
Nice.
So on the menu, the food just looked delicious and lovely, and then I got caught by the cocktails, which were on there. And there it is in bold print, and Randy must be the webmaster because the font is 4 times the size of anything else. It says Randy's Old Fashioned.
Randy's Old Fashioned.
I said, if you're going to put your name on a cocktail, it's got to be really good. So,
Membership has its privileges there.
So we're going to make an Old Fashioned?
We are making an Old Fashioned tonight.
Fantastic. Old Fashioned is one of those recipes to where it varies a little bit from place to place. You know, everybody's got their thing with it. But I always say, Brian, a restaurant or a bar, the signature cocktail should be the Old Fashioned. So,
well, and he's a big critique, so we'll be excited to get some feedback on yours tonight, Randy.
Yeah, my Old Fashioned is pretty much what I like to make. Okay. It's pretty simple. It is not Angostura bitters, whichever one goes for. I usually go for orange bitters. That's really the difference in mine. Of course, it's heavy on bourbon, which it should be. So you definitely want to get a good taste of the bourbon. And I have to do Luxardo cherries. Those are my absolute favorites. I think it totally makes the drink.
Oh, great. So as you're making this old-fashioned, and I want to stay on time here, so we might start making the old-fashioned, take a break, come back, talk about the food and the new location. But here you go with this old-fashioned, and first to begin with, ice. Now, I know you're slumming it here at the kitchen tonight.
I am slumming it here, yes.
What kind of ice are you using?
So we are going for either the spheres, which always adds a little class to it.
Yeah.
We might experiment with the other ones with the squares too.
Not best, but not this ghetto ice that we have here.
Not the ghetto ice, but it still works though.
Yes,
so Randy, first ingredient.
First ingredient's going to be bourbon. We are using local bourbon. We're using Whistling Hares, blue corn. Very good.
Can I just take a pause real quick? Sadie, tell me or lie to me. Did you source some of these spirit companies from the Modern Eater?
Absolutely.
You did?
I met almost all of the ones that we sourced.
High five, Brian. That's
from
good
the
stuff.
Modern Eater. We met Talnua here, and we met.
So State 38, Talnua, and Whistling Hare.
Yeah.
They're all on your menu. They're all ready to go for you at Bonbons in Midtown.
Love it. That's
it's
local,
right.
folks.
If you're at Brews Beers and you're saying, you know what, it's cocktail time, guess what? You just go right past the post office, head over there, and there you guys are. We're going to finish these old fashions, come back with the finished product, continue catching up with Sadie and Randy Russo right here on the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Don't forget to check us out on Instagram and Facebook for all the fun photos and videos. Just search The Modern Eater or check out the website.
Gunk, wear, corrosion, and friction. So next time, choose Shell's most advanced fuel ever. It's fuel for thought. In engines that continuously use Shell V-Power Nitro Plus premium gasoline.
At Indeed, we understand that when it comes to hiring, it's important to have a large talent. Sometimes too many good options can be overwhelming. That's why Indeed doesn't just give you access to a large pool of job seekers. We also offer screener tools that let you instantly narrow down your search. Hone in on hiring with Indeed. Experience Indeed for yourself today and get a free sponsored job upgrade on your first posting at Indeed.com. Apply.
I can't remember when he didn't smoke. He would go outside. I'd be bored.
My wife was the key driver into me getting away from it and switching. I think I have gotten a piece of my life back when I started with.
Roy made the switch in 2017. To make the switch, visit JUUL.com. Juul Labs compensated this individual for their time and expenses in providing this testimonial. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Listen up, barbecue lovers. Greg Hollenbach here for Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. Proud Souls is Denver's authority of all things barbecue. Do you rule your neighborhood with the best backyard barbecue? From beginners to pitmasters, Proud Souls has all the equipment you could possibly want. A variety of wood, pellet, and charcoal grills and smokers. Award-winning pitmasters and owners of Proud Souls, Dan and Tony, have a passion for barbecue, and it shows. Located on 25th and Federal, Proud Souls retail store is bursting at the seams with your barbecuing essentials, the Spice Guy spices, and superior flavored fuels for your pit like hickory, mesquite, oak, pecan, cherry, apple, peach, maple, grape, and a variety of blends. Hit their website, ProudSoulsBBQ.com, for delicious hands-on barbecue classes and get information on current promotions and deals. For the best in barbecue, locally owned and operated on 25th and Federal, there are guys. Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. That's ProudSoulsBBQ.com.
Hey, pizza lovers. It's your pizza guy here, Jason McGovern with Crush Pizza and Tap right here in Denver, Colorado. With your help, let's make pizza great again. Come into Crush Pizza and Tap for our award-winning pizza, wings, and local beer. But we're serving up 3 styles of pizza for you to crush. Dig into our Chicago deep dish with sauce on top of the cornmeal crust. And don't forget about our Sicilian, that's right, with cheesy crisp edges and that soft crust. Don't forget about America's Pizza. How could you do that? Crush Pizza and Tap's hand-tossed pizza will take your taste buds back to that neighborhood pizzeria you loved as a kid. You like deals? Come in and mention the Modern Eater and get a buy one, get one free on our hand-tossed pizzas any day of the week. Man, that's good. Lastly, don't forget to crush our award-winning smoked wings. They're Little Rich approved and loved by everyone. Crush Pizza and Tap's conveniently located at 1200 West 38th Avenue, just minutes from downtown. Come and crush pizza with us. We've been making pizza great again since 2012. It's Crush Pizza and Tap.
Colleen Ferreira here with the Colorado Chefs Association. You've probably heard the excitement. This year we are creating in the culinary community. This is your personal invitation to join us on our constant culinary adventure. Let us open up our network to you and help you grow professionally. Whether you are a chef, purveyor, brewer, baker, we are here to build your brand, your business, and connect you with Colorado's culinary community. Join us. I'd love to hear from you. Email me, Colleen at acfcoloradochefs.org.
Want to bake the best? Bake with the best. Little Rich here from Rockalitas Tortillas and the Modern Eater. Our wraps fold cold and don't break open, yet they're soft and delicious. What's my secret? Ardent Mills. Organic, ancient, heirloom. Belt and more. Locally headquartered in Denver, Colorado, Ardent Mills provides the industry's broadest range of traditional and organic flours, whole grains, customized blends, and specialty products dedicated to providing the culinary industry with the next grains and unique plant-based ingredients. I love Ardent Mills, and I know you will too. To bake the best, you must use the best. Learn more at ardentmills.com.
Yo, what's up? This is Justin Brunson, Ultra Meat and Cheese in Denver Central Market. I'm a meat guy. And you're listening to the Modern Eater Show. You're on iHeartRadio.
Okay, cool. Thanks for the handoff, Justin. Welcome back live on 630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station, and Facebook Live. Thanks for joining us at the Modern Eater Show. Continuing with Randy and Sadie Russo. Their new venture is Bonbons. Bonbons what? Bonbons Cafe and Dessert Bar.
Cafe and Dessert, yeah.
Is really cool. This segment brought to you by Crush Pizza and Tap. And we had dinner there last night.
Yeah, but let me ask, where would I get?
We had pizza last night at Crush Pizza and Tap. It was really good.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was wearing my Crush shirt all day on my bike ride, man. So I love my boy Jason.
Go ahead. We're drinking these delicious Randy's Old Fashions. They're fantastic.
But they gave us those focaccia cheese sandwiches during the break. Where did those? Where do I get those? Do I get those at Bonbons? Do I get those at La Patisserie?
You get those at Bonbons. We make the bread, the focaccia bread, over at La Patisserie, and we bring it over to Bonbons, and we add some cheese to it and melt it down for you.
It was
so let's make
good.
the distinctions because people are hearing a lot right here. So La Patisserie is what?
It is a French bakery.
And then Bonbons is what?
A cafe and dessert bar.
Okay, so here you are in a background that's totally different, and I guess you just like baking cakes for your coworkers, and then it turned into hey, listen, I might be able to make some money off of this. Side note, when you start doing what you love, does it turn into work?
No.
So you're having fun every single day.
I'm having a blast.
I like that look on your face. No, there.
That's good.
Immediate.
So that was La Patisserie Francaise. You mastered it and dominated it, and now you're bored and you needed to do something else, or what was the idea of expanding?
I've always wanted a dessert bar because I'm the type of person who loves dessert every day. And so I would go out on a date with Randy and at the end of the night want dessert. But most restaurants I was very disappointed to see some with Ghirardelli packages in the back kitchen and that kind of thing, and it just kind of takes the mystery away from the dessert. And I wanted a place where I could go have a really good dessert and a last drink of the night.
Oh wow! Listen.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to name names. Do you make desserts for any restaurants?
Absolutely.
You do, don't you?
We do.
Name names.
I thought so.
Can you name names?
I can't name names.
Names, yeah.
No.
But I didn't want to put her on the spot, but I think that's interesting because I love the fact that, hey, and you know what? I don't diss a restaurant for this because the reality is at least they realize their blind spot and they're going out and doing something.
Well, it's interesting. We talked to a lot of restaurants and restaurant owners, and some of them just they go, "Hey, gosh, what? That was interesting." You mentioned their dessert, and since they're friends of mine, I go, "Where'd you get that?" And they put their, Shamrock, or something like that. and so those options that are available, is that something you do, and other folks can reach out to you?
Absolutely.
Restaurant-wise.
Restaurant-wise, we do big event centers. We do several restaurants and coffee shops around the Denver metro area.
Now, do you deliver to them, or do they have to pick up from you?
Oh, no, we deliver to them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome. That is, I'll tell you, we have a plate, folks, here. I'm just drooling. I'll tell you, I have the biggest sweet tooth that there is, and it's just like, I know he's going to tease me with it.
Show this off.
He knows my sweet tooth. He knows my issues with this kind of stuff here, and all of it looks so darn good.
And it all just looks untouchable, though. It just looks so great that you don't want to eat it. But
it tastes so good.
And it's approachable. Brian, will you eat one right now?
Of course I will.
Okay.
But let's ask, can we eat one?
Absolutely. That's what we brought him for.
Yeah, well, see, that was what I was just talking about.
So where should I go? Because some of these looks like this almost is like a birthday cake, or what do we got here?
This is what we call a kiss. It has cherry almond candy on the bottom, whipped cream dipped in white chocolate. And that is just pure chocolate right there. It's a chocolate-formed cup with brownie on the bottom and chocolate mousse. This is a chocolate bonbon. It has brownie on the bottom, chocolate mousse in the middle, dipped in a ganache.
Ooh, this one right here?
Mm-hmm.
I bet this would be really good with this drink right here.
Probably.
Now, a little old-fashioned.
Little old-fashioned.
With a little chocolate.
That's like how you like to end your night, right?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
You guys are great. Hey, Brian, maybe we could double date with them. Go out and spend the night the way that they like to spend it. So go out
if
to
I
dinner.
got chocolate like this, I'm down. And that would overcome having to be with this all night. So, okay, I'm down.
I said double date. You take your girlfriend, right?
Oh, okay. I thought I had to take you, but I was really just taking the chocolate is what I was hoping that we'd do that night.
Triple date. So I really want to just dial in on Bonbons because here it is. Every neighborhood needs a great place. Cafe, meeting place, coffee shop, bar. There it is, all in one. It's in Midtown. Again, that neighborhood's just developing nicely around.
Really nice. It's right around the corner.
Is it like a 3-mile radius before you can find another cup of coffee?
At least a 3-mile radius. There's not another Starbucks for 5 miles.
Yeah, so enjoy that. We don't even want to get the word out. Actually, there's a Starbucks right down the street. No, there's not. So that's a plus. But how is the neighborhood welcoming you?
Oh, they're amazing. They're the friendliest neighborhood that I've ever met. Everybody wants us to succeed. Everybody wants us to be there, and they've been dying for something to open. And there hasn't been something there for about 8 months now, so they're really wanting something to be there.
They were ready. They were very ready.
Yeah.
While we were still trying to get the place ready, they kept, "Hey, are you guys opening yet? Are you going to have this? Are you going to have that?" They definitely let us know what they wanted. It was great. Everyone's been super welcoming.
During Brew's anniversary party, we're going to try and pull off a remote broadcast there, and so we broke into your place to see if we could find Wi-Fi. So we saw one of the things that struck me is your little kind of brainstorming table with your cards, and you were laying out all of your ideas for the menu and what you'd like to have.
I forgot I left that out in the open.
I thought it was a really cool touch. It really said that, this is the type of place that you're going to have that very family, homegrown touch on everything that you do. And those are the type of places where I want to go spend my dollars, truly, all day long, every day long.
Great.
And so how did you determine what you wanted to put on the menu since you're coming from the bakery?
Oh, it was really hard to pare it all down. You saw the giant table that it was, and our menu is really small right now. We wanted to start super small so that we could make sure that it succeeded and that we didn't overstress our staff and we didn't overwhelm the neighborhood with too many choices.
Was it all stuff that you guys like to eat?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Why wouldn't it be? It's our place, Greg.
Exactly. I have to eat there all the time.
So start the day, and here's a yogurt parfait. Thank you. I'll take that. Egg croissant which, steel cut oats, classic steel cut oats with plenty of toppings to choose from. Brown sugar, honey, fruit. Brian, this is good stuff.
I know, but see, I'm a crepe guy.
Oh, you're right.
You're
To the crepes already.
That's where I go down too.
Scroll down right away.
They're lovely.
What's your favorite on the menu?
My favorite on the menu.
It's what you brought today, isn't it?
Our grilled cheese sandwich, not your childhood grilled cheese. Absolutely.
It looks bomb. And that bread you make fresh at the bakery.
We make it fresh every week at the bakery.
Salads.
Yeah.
Lunchtime. Drinks. You also do have beers, not on here, but you're going to put the beer list on.
We're going to put the beer list on there. Currently, we have one from Brews. They're Blondie. Have to support our neighbors. And we also have one from Telluride. They're
IPA.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Snack size tray.
We also do cider over there as well. A lot of the neighborhood they've got beer covered.
Yeah,
but they wanted
cider?
They wanted cider. We're kind of a cider fan. Sadie and I have
How many taps are you working with?
We only have 4 taps.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know a guy when you're ready.
Okay.
Man.
I'm sure you do.
Can you get
A+ Beverage Solutions.
kombucha? Any kombucha for Greg? Maybe something new.
Maybe down the road.
Maybe down the road, right?
I like it.
But you can get them Happy Leaf in the cans. And you guys love to source locally, and we're honored that you use the Modern Eater Show to do some of that. So we'd love to give you guys ideas anytime that you need it. Leaving thoughts. What do you want to make sure people know, other than come say hi?
Absolutely, come say hi. We're open from 6:30 in the morning till 10 p.m. Weekdays, and 8 a.m. till 10 p.m. on weekends. And the bakery's open 7 to 7 weekdays and 8 to 7 on weekends.
You won't even take the chef jacket off. You're going back to work, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Back to work.
Right back to work.
I got to go close.
Cheers to you guys.
Cheers. Thank you so much. These are awesome.
I don't know what happened when you lost your mind and said, all right, let's get in the restaurant industry, but there you are.
I had a couple of days off a week. I needed to fill them somehow.
I guess you did. Okay, we love these guys at Sadie and Randy Russo, and go support them at their new endeavor, and it's called Bonbons, and in Midtown. What's the address?
1675 West 67th Avenue, unit number 3.
Sounds good to me. Yeah, and then go have a beer at Bruce Beers. Those guys are great as well.
Those guys are awesome.
All right, we're coming back next. Sunflower season. It's harvest time.
Yes, it is. We've got lots of stuff to talk about. I'm going to be talking about the Food and Ag Fest down in Pueblo during the break. So tie back into that, folks.
Why don't you run on over there?
I'm on my way. Thank you,
to
sir.
the Little Rich Corner. All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. That was a great interview. I love these guys. Go support them, would you? Bonbons. In the meantime and in between time, we will take that break, and we'll come right back. You're listening to the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Thanks, Greg. Another tasty segment. Hey, we got Brian Freeman's twin brother, because Brian's just all over the studio. Brian, tell us what's coming up. You're deeply involved in this.
Yeah, Growers we're really busy right now, Rich. So what happened is several months ago, someone reached out and said, Brian, come down to Pueblo and check out what they've got going on in Pueblo. Pueblo is right at the top of the banana belt. It's really the breadbasket of Colorado. Mm-hmm. But Pueblo's really come on hard times over the last 10, 20 years. And so really they're trying to find themselves again and revitalize the economy. They've built this beautiful river walk down there.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yes, where you can take like a gondola around and go to all these killer breweries and restaurants and all this stuff. But I said, but no one's down here really supporting ag like they used to. And so we have some great friends over in Lamar, over at Colorado Mills, as you know about, folks. And, you know, one thing, listen to the next hour, because we're going to be talking about the road trip that Colorado Mills is doing. They're taking everyone down on a bus all the way down to Lamar to check out, have a Colorado Mills Day. That's something else. But what I'm here to tell you about is this awesome thing called it's called the Food and Ag in Pueblo.
Hold it right there. I'm going to have you back for more segments because we got to catch up on this. We'll be right back.
Any job in between, because when things just click, work just gets done. And now get a 1 Series for just $99 a month at your nearest participating John Deere dealer. Nothing runs like a Deere. Run with us. Search John Deere 1 Series for more. 0% annual percentage rate. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2315.
At Indeed, we believe a resume is a great way to see an overview of a candidate, but you're not hiring a resume.
Can you guys confirm that live for me in this break?
It offers tools that help bridge the gap.
The live in this break, you guys heard that part?
No.
You see,
Live coming back?
Yeah, 2:30 from right now. I've got one of them out of the way off the computer, the Proud Souls in the last break, and then this is the first one, yeah.
I can't hear you.
great on your first posting. And
Okay, so I did get the Proud Souls one out of the way the last break, so this is the first actual live one, yeah.
This will be the
Tolerant or sensitive to gas? Maybe you're a gluten-free lifestyler. Is your menu limited because you've eliminated gluten from your diet? Are you missing the taste of foods that traditionally contain gluten? What if I told you that you can add breads, pizzas, muffins, cakes, cookies, waffles, croissants, English muffins, the list goes on, right back to your menu?
Yeah, Zach is there.
There's a local gluten-free and vegan bakery that reintroduces you to the foods you love. Owner John Irvin believes gluten-free shouldn't taste like the box that it's packaged in. Trust me when I tell you, the products from his bakery in Arvada are fresh, flavorful, and masterly crafted, leaving you with a product that tastes like the real thing. Simply delicious. The bakery is located in Arvada on 64th and Sims across the street from Arvada West High School. Check out their website at glutenfreethings.com. You'll be amazed with the variety of gluten-free products they make. And chefs, don't leave your gluten-free restaurant guests without options. Contact John at info@glutenfreethings.com. That's info@glutenfreethings.com to see what he can do for you. Give him a shot. 11651 West 64th Avenue in Arvada. It's Gluten-Free Things.
Hey, chef friends, it's Little Rich.
1 minute to the live.
Rockalita's, known for hyper-local, innovative, and healthy tortillas and chips, served by Colorado's top chefs, and that's why we only use Colorado Mills sunflower oil. If you, too, want to serve the healthiest, most vibrant-tasting food...
No live?
Colorado Mills is Colorado grown.
Okay, so, all right, sounds good.
Bake, fry, or saute, get your Colorado Mills today. Available through Shamrock, Growers Organic, and...
Okay, we're coming back in 30 seconds then.
Use Colorado Mills.
Hey, it's Chef Elon Wenzel, owner of Element Knife Company. If you cook, then you'll know the importance of a quality knife and proper care. My training in Japan exposed me to exceptional cutlery. That's why I am so excited to offer you the knives I fell in love with. Element Knife Company is chef-driven, and my goal is to support and educate. Get at me for a knife clinic or conversation. Find me at elementknife.com or by simply calling 303-460-4628. For the best knives in your kitchen, think Element Knife Company.
Feed me now!
This is the Modern Eater Show.
That's right, boy! I'm starving!
And now it's time for In the Kitchen.
How am I supposed to keep on feeding you? Kill people?
Brought to you by Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. Award-winning competition cooks and purveyors of specialty barbecue supplies right here in Denver, Colorado. Proud Souls beef.
You're hot. I'll throw Zach on right now, too.
All night long.
Brian, can you do anything all night long anymore?
Oh, no, I cannot.
At least you're honest. Back to the show here, and we're going to do In the Kitchen right now, brought to you by Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. But a lot of ground to cover. I want to bring Zach Kreider on from Colorado Mills Sunflower Oil. Hi, Zach.
Hey, good evening, everybody.
Good evening to you. Before we get into the segment of why you're on, you had the opportunity, and I'm going to bring Jay on, too. You're talking to Jay, Brian, and myself, Greg. And we had an opportunity to go over to Aspen Baking Company this week.
Yeah, we did. That was a fun time. Cody Ann over there gave us a tour and sat down and discussed some breakfast options.
Which they have a lot of, and lunch options, because we're going to be going on a tour, which you'll hear about in a moment. But right now, let's go to center stage. It's Jay Parker. He's going to do a live read for Aspen Baking Company.
Yeah, thanks for all that.
Yeah.
Hashtag, how's your Aspen? I'll tell you what, Aspen Baking Company is an all-natural bakery here locally in Denver, and they're doing everything the right way. They're on Facebook. They're on Instagram. Just go to Aspen Baking Company. What are you into, Greg and Brian? You into hoagies, focaccia, ciabatta?
I'm into good bread, man. Just good bread.
Good bread.
That's the center of the plate for a sandwich, man.
Well, that's what they do. But they do hoagies, focaccia, ciabatta, baguette, croissants, bear claws, lobster roll, pound
Sourdough
cakes,
is my jam.
coffee cakes. They do sourdough. They also do boxed lunches, 2 different versions. I'm not going to get into all that, but
I just
they're
want
boxed
the one with
lunches
the
to
cookie.
go. The one with
Yeah,
the cookie?
Jay, I'm excited about the box lunches because I'm a business owner and I need someone to cater lunches sometimes. And where would I go for that?
You would go to aspenbaking.com, and all the information that you would ever need about the best bread in Denver is right there. aspenbaking.com. No chemicals in any of the bread, no preservatives, no artificial coloring, nothing. All natural baking. So again, if you enjoy bread, you love bread, go to aspenbaking.com.
And hashtag what, Jay?
How's your Aspen?
It's pretty good, man. And you had a captive audience of one with Devaney McNeil over there. She really enjoyed it until she got a phone call. And then she was out. But Devaney enjoyed that. She loved it, Jay. If that's not enough to buy breakfast and lunch, and of course they do bread all over town for many, many restaurants. But AspenBaking.com was something that we're going to have on a cool tour. Zach, I'm so excited. We're going to be touring. It's September 30th. Am I correct?
Yes. Monday, September 30th, we have our annual Know Your Farmer, Know Your Food sunflower tour. So we have a 56-passenger bus leaving from East Denver. And then we're going to head out to Lamar, but we're going to be serving Aspen baking breakfast sandwiches. Some local juice. We may even do some mimosas on the way out there. All the way out here to southeast Colorado to come see the sunflower field, meet our farmers, see our facilities, the only local product, the only local oil in Colorado. We're going to serve lunch, local Colorado beer and wine on the way home. It's going to be a day of fun, a day of education.
Well, I was going to ask, Zach, are we going to get a bunch of information about how they grow sunflowers and what they do out there?
Yeah, so we're going to do kind of some education probably on the way down on the bus to entertain. And then once we get out there, you'll see everything firsthand. So kind of the education and discussion on the way down there. But then once you get down there, it's going to be a day full of education and firsthand experience and see us crushing sunflower seeds and then refining. We're going to go out to Tri-County Farms, which is owned by Doug Ulin. The Ulins, Doug is 4th generation. His boys are 5th generation, and his grandkids are 6th generation on that farm.
Yeah, and sunflower selfies encouraged with limited time here. And Zach Kreider on the phone from Colorado Mills Sunflower Products. Here's the deal. Last year, I think it was me and Jay who went on the tour.
Yes, I could not come that weekend.
So we're opening this thing up, but industry people only. There is a Facebook event page. Tickets are free. Rick Robbins just joined us on Facebook. Rick, hi, how are you? Wish he was on the phone with us. But for the sake of time, I would really like for you to find that event page on Facebook, but also understand it's for industry folks only. Okay, coming back with Liberati in the next hour.
Okay, here we are in the corner, and I've got none better than Devaney McNeil from the CRA, in charge of memberships and in charge of everything Colorado Restaurant.
I love Colorado restaurants, so yes, in a nutshell, that would be that. And we are going to talk about...
What should we talk about
Well,
today,
we've got
Devaney?
so much going on. We have the Denver Food and Wine Festival coming up next week.
Awesome.
Starts on Wednesday with Dinner Under the Stars, and it is such a great event. But it's a festival now. The grand tasting on Saturday is kind of the main event. That is one for the ages.
Kind of a big deal.
It's a big deal. A lot going on, and you
Are there
can.
still tickets available for that?
There are
not very many though, huh?
There
It's
are
getting-
GA tickets available for the grand tasting, and there's probably some tickets available for some of the other events. But just Google Denver Food and Wine 2019, and you will find that website. And then that's not all, Rich.
Wait, there's more?
There is more.
Oh, my God.
That's right. That's right. We have the Colorado Restaurant and Bar Show. This is the first year that it's the Restaurant and
Yes.
Bar Show.
Yes.
So we have added, by popular demand. So we really listen to what the feedback is from industry people that come to the show, and we want to make it better. And it's a great, well-attended, but yet somewhat intimate show. And it's just a good feel show. Don't you think? You've been?
I'm going to tell you, I love the show.
We love that Modern Eater's going to be there.
Well, I got involved in the show committee. I wanted to help make it better.
Well,
and improve it. And what Sonia's doing, what Sally Ann Pryor is doing.
Sally Ann.
She's a high horsepower girl. We're going to have her down in the next week or two before the show.
You have to turn the volume down a
so
little
she
bit.
can preach the gospel. But
Yeah.
you know what's fun about this show, you hit it on the nail. You hit the nail on the head. You talked about you don't have an agenda. You're just trying to get everyone together.
Yes.
And so for food people, for equipment people, you can show whatever it is you want to show. You're not told, don't show them that.
Oh, no.
Don't show that. It's a place it fosters innovation.
It really, really does. We're looking for that. We're looking to connect people, of course. I mean, here's how I say to people. We are 16 people in this ugly little office building at 7th and Penn.
Oh,
I
give
love
yourself
it.
some with big curbs.
I love it. All right, with big curbs. And our only job is to make the lives of restaurant owners and managers easier and more successful. That's the only reason we exist, and this show is an extension of that.
Absolutely. Well, and I always talk about how much the Colorado Restaurant Association and the Colorado Restaurant Foundation does. If people only knew, and that's part of our mission here, is we want to get that mission out, all the work you do. The Angel Relief Fund. I mean, that young man that was tragically killed in that shooting in Highlands Ranch.
Yep.
The Colorado Restaurant Foundation Angel Relief Fund helped give that family money for his funeral.
We are about taking care of our own. The church of the restaurant industry, I guess. We really are about taking care of our own, and the foundation has a big hand in that. Our Mile High chapter has a hardship fund as well. And I guess just flipping back to the show, we focus on that with mental health, educational seminars. So CoRestaurantShow.com is where you go to register for the show. And do register because it's easier when you get there just to grab your badge and things like that. The show floor is free. Of course it's free. We do have educational sessions that you can sign up. They're $35. Whether you do one or whether you do as many as you can, it's $35. So you wanted more education, we're bringing it. We're focusing on mental health. We're focusing on money, how to get more money, how to expand, marketing, you name it, we have it. You can see the schedule on the website.
Well, it's so true. And even going down there, if you're serious about being in this industry, if you're serious about wanting to be better and be knowledgeable, that's where it all starts. Because you get to see everybody face to face. I mean, it's amazing what goes on down there.
You're the poster child for that kind of thing, for networking and being a part of this community, this amazing community, and you are the give back king, I think. But yes, I mean, and you're successful in this industry, I feel like, because you've embraced the whole community and you get involved and do things, and this is an opportunity to do that, and the restaurant show is an opportunity to do that as well.
Absolutely. And something else, another value that the CRA does, another thing that people probably aren't aware of, is we always talk about, how groups, very powerful groups, have advocacy. They have representation in legislation.
Yes.
And that's what the CRA does. They're on the Hill. Nick is running all over the place, up and down the aisles.
Nick Hoover.
He's going all over the place,
Your man on Capitol
representing
Hill.
us, helping protect our jobs, our industry from, I'm going to say, even over legislation, because there are some things that are just like, I don't know how we would even operate in that.
It's bad enough as it is, and we are doing everything we can to make it better.
Yeah, no, it's a great organization. And I'm going to tell you, I get involved. I don't talk about it because I got involved. I got involved because when I saw what they were doing, I was like, I want to help promote this. People in our industry need to be more aware of the work that you and everyone in that building does. And
Thanks
get
for
lower
helping
curbs.
spread
Will you
the
get
word.
lower curbs?
Curbs are gone. His curbs are out of there. Rich's car might have hit a curb.
Yeah, I kind of ripped off the front end of the car last time I was there.
But he
no.
took it very well.
Well, I tried. Well, hey, we're going to be back. We've got some delicious words from some of our tasty sponsors. And look, I've gone all rogue. I've gone all NASCAR, doing my best Ricky Bobby impression. We'll be back.
An opportunity for some good things as well. The problem is the hole in your wall. The opportunities range from better insulation and UV protection to windows that are easier to open and close and windows that are more beautiful and increase the value of your home. When you work with DMD Windows, they're all about finding you the right solution and bringing you the most benefits with your new windows. That's why they don't just work with one brand and also why they only work with the top brands like Pella and Anderson and Marvin. So here's how it works. You call DMD and make an appointment. Their friendly people will come to your home at your convenience with samples and catalogs and help you find your best solution at a fair price. You'll keep that same point of contact through installation and afterwards as well, and then you enjoy your new windows. Pretty simple, right? DMD Windows is simply the best window company in Colorado. Learn more at dmdwindows.com. That's dmdwindows.com.
Tom Martino, the troubleshooter.
People just need a little advice.
Your words came out of my mouth.
I'm troubleshooter Tom Martino. I'm here.
And I'm so grateful.
The Troubleshooter Show, weekdays 10 to 2, an extra hour, beginning Tuesday.
Troubleshooter Tom Martino on 630 KHOW.
The following is a paid advertisement. The opinions, viewpoints, and promises made during the following program are not those of KHOW, its staff, management, or parent company, iHeartMedia Incorporated.
Absolutely. I'm trying to do it. I'm like, yeah, totally. They misbehave continuously.
Mind of their own.
Mind of their own, indeed. Many minds of their own, fortunately.
Now we're getting to the good stuff. With your hosts, Greg Hollenbeck, Jay Park, Brian Freeman.
Why not? We can do this.
Yes, indeedy, Mr. Tweedy,
And
we can.
We'd love to, because it's the second hour of the Modern Eater Show, and that's when the rust is all knocked off.
Yes. At this point, the rust is definitely knocked off.
We were off last week. The Denver Broncos had our spot. And so
I didn't feel bad, when you get bumped
back.
for the Broncos. I mean, do you really feel like you're a chump at that point?
No, but listen, the Modern Eater Show must continue, and it will right now with Alex Liberati. And Liberati, it's very cool. Liberati Restaurant and Brewery.
Indeed.
Thanks for being here.
Oh, thank you very much for having us over, Greg. It's awesome.
Listen, I don't know. How long have you been in Denver?
So we arrived here, I think, so visa says 2016, I believe, but I started coming here in 2015 to, explore and see before moving, of course, So I spent 6 months. That was the maximum I was allowed to here before getting a visa, so in 2015. So it's been, 4 years now, something like that, 3-4 years?
How long have the doors of Liberati's been open?
29th of October last year. So,
but how long did you negotiate? That spot is so cool. You've got that beautiful patio.
That is good. The landlord is a very awesome gentleman, and we just met by chance. There was no realtor, anything like that. We were doing our own legwork, and we did have a realtor, but it just wasn't working out. So we decided to go our own way, and we found Larry, and Larry's just an amazing person, and he's enabled us to create a good spot for him, I feel. So, we go out to drink every week. How do you really find a landlord? I've never had a relationship like that with a landlord that you go out for drinks, So.
Everybody needs a Larry, a great Larry.
I agree.
In their life.
Larry's key.
Here's what I was driving at is truly, Alex, in the short time that you've been here in Denver, and this may be a testament to Coloradans, but what a great job you've done embedding yourself in our community.
Oh, thank you, sir.
What a great added addition to what we do here, and it's just a pleasure having you here in town.
Well, one of the reasons, so we moved to Singapore before moving over here, and one of the reasons why we chose Denver to relocate, one of the main reasons, is the people. The people here in Colorado are just amazing. They're exactly as you just said. They're very open. They like the new. They don't have prejudice, and so it's been a culture that it's been really easy to fit in with. And I feel that there's a lot of how do you say this in English? Being genuine. There's a lot of being genuine, and so I think that we can speak to each other without masks, and I really enjoy this.
Well, Alex has brought a new concept though, and I think people have embraced what you brought. Yeah, with Liberati's, he's doing something completely out of mainstream. And people are loving it.
Yeah, your background is so diverse, and we're going to dig in deep to Liberati's, the place that you can enjoy just like many others have on, what's the address?
24th and Champa, downtown.
24th and Champa. What's interesting with your illustrious business background, and it truly makes me feel like I need to get out of the house more. because you have just this worldly view on things. And when you come here to Colorado, and I'm hoping that the last conversation that we had sitting out here in the parking lot at Studio Kitchen, we talked about business acumen. And truly, one of the things that I read that you were quoted in Dining Out magazine is something that we talked about is high tides raise all ships.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a very different culture for that from where you're used to coming
Absolutely.
from. Can you talk about that dichotomy between where you came from and where you are now?
I feel that that's probably the main reason why neither myself or the other three people that I've been working with forever and that are living here with me, that moved over here would never go back and work in Italy. Unfortunately, in Italy, you just, even from an association point of view, I was for 4 years on the board of directors of our Brewers Association, and in Italy, and we have 1,200 breweries. So for a country that has 60 million people, it's a pretty fair number of breweries. It's close to what's over here in the U.S. Okay. So per capita. And it was impossible to get people to sit down in the same room or at the same table. It was completely ridiculous. And so things don't get done, and it's a complete spiral.
What's the culture? I'm going to hang on to my success, and you need to earn what I have.
Well, I feel that the culture is dictated by the necessity. We are so ringed from the Italian government, the structure, the mob, and everything that happens there. We're so ringed from that it's like animals in a very small cage, and you start to think that the best way to succeed is to fight against each other. Over here, instead, there's much more liberty, and I'm not saying that it's easier, but definitely people are allowed to create flourishing businesses, are undisturbed, at least in front of the magnitude that you're disturbed as in Italy. And so people, I think, have a more relaxed approach. Not all of them, but a majority of people have a relaxed approach, and that's why then you can start making connections with other people inside the community, and this thing, creates, which is actually the community.
And folks, you're hearing the voice of Alex Liberati from Liberati Restaurant and Brewery, and he's telling us a story about being over in Italy and a relaxed nature. And I've been there, and at a place where almost everything closes down from like 2 to 4.
Yeah.
It's like that's nap time.
Well, not only, imagine that our judicial system closes down each year from the 15th of July to close to mid-September. Courts.
Yeah.
It's a
So is that a good
crazy
time to
place,
get in
man.
trouble then?
Oh, yeah, totally. Well, you have to sit in jail for all that time.
Yeah,
so, I don't know about that.
That's and I'm glad you said that. Labor Day weekend, be careful of the decisions you make because Judge won't be at work until Tuesday. That's a long weekend, but that's a long few months.
Yeah, absolutely.
In Italy. So remember, and I'm not going to speak for you, but you're a businessman that's been in the restaurant industry into your youth at 22 years old.
Yep.
You owned your first restaurant. Could talk about that because I think it'll lead us into Liberati.
Well, at the time there was no craft beer in Rome, and I enjoyed beer. I used to go and play chess at a bar at nighttime, and Rome.
Alex, what year is this? And not to let your age out on the internet.
2002.
2002, okay.
Well, I'll guarantee he's younger than you. What do you mean? He's not he's not sensitive. How old are you, Alex?
57.
Are you real? No, you're not. How old are you? I was like,
Thank you, Alex. I like that. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, he's got you by a
I
year.
know that makes Greg eat his words and make me feel really good.
I'm thinking like 39, 40.
Thank you, but it's actually a couple of years later, earlier than that. It's 37 in a couple of weeks.
Oh, fantastic.
So,
and
yeah,
happy
totally.
birthday coming up.
Thank you, sir.
So I love it. A lot packed in. Just your youth. You're right in.
I just loved it.
What got you into
And
the business, and how did you find success so early?
Well, it was the right moment. There was no beer. There was no craft beer in Italy, and so I enjoyed craft beer, and I decided to set out and go and explore Europe. Craft beer, so Germany and Belgium and England, and I decided to start bringing it back into Italy.
Well, Alex, so let me jump into that
exploded.
because no craft beer in Italy. Come on, man, this is a place that they've had beer a whole lot longer than we've had beer here.
Yeah, no.
No? Come on.
So, in Italy, we say every politician owns a winery. So over here instead, every politician appears to own a brewery. But anyway, so the whole thing is like
It fits in nicely.
I love this.
it's truthful though. But so we have a lobby against craft brewing. Now it's a little bit different, but we've had a lobby against craft brewing for many years. You couldn't brew beer until 1995. So you could not brew beer unless you're using less than 50% of rice, meaning that your beer tastes tasteless. And so it was very smart law creation.
And that was in Italy.
That was in Italy.
Okay.
So in 1996,
so
we
like the
had our
Moretti
first
families and stuff like that did that?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
totally. And then we started out with our 3 first craft breweries in 1996, and then when I started out, there were around 30, 40 craft breweries. There were in 2007, there were around 50, and in 2017, there were around 1,000. So you can imagine that for the first 10 years, it's been flatlining, and then there was an enormous boom.
Wow.
So it was completely crazy. But yeah,
It's
Italy
interesting.
didn't have
A lot
any
of things are special interest. The rice strikes me as that I always say follow the money. With the stringent guidelines in Germany with the Reinheitsgebot.
Absolutely.
You're seeing those same kind of dictating what you can do with your beer and your product, but breaking the chains from those types of things is really what sets you free.
Yeah, totally. And they have so much tradition as well. So obviously there's a tradition that comes in, like for example, Italians have been taught by distributors well before we had internet that no, beer wasn't the thing for us. The only good beers were the industrial Guinness and Tennent's and Harp, and that was it. And so it was a lot of brainwashing. For example, we didn't have bourbon until a few years ago. Can you believe that?
No, I could not.
So yeah, we had Jack, but that was it. I mean, there was
a culture that has been around forever.
Yeah,
well, but it was based on wine. I mean,
the Romans didn't
the distributor comes around and says, no, look, you don't want to buy bourbon. You don't want to seek that because Italians don't like that sweet taste. They want the smoky taste of the Scottish whiskeys. But the reason why that is because the importer from Scotland pays much less transport.
Follow the money.
Has much more, exactly. Do you know, for example, Macallan whiskey?
Uh-huh.
So in a time where Macallan actually, where whiskeys to be called single malt had to be aged 8 years in Scotland, Macallan struck a deal with an Italian importer for a 7-year-old bottling, which had absolutely no market value because you can't even technically call it single malt. So only in Italy we had Macallan 7. And I was a kid. I remember the publicity. It was like a drawn-out publicity, cartoon publicity. And this bottle comes up to the second floor of this little cottage in Scotland and goes to the barrel, and the barrel's like sleeping. And the bottle's like, hey, are we ready to bottle? And the barrel turns around like, no, not yet. But it was a 7-year-old
Shut
whiskey.
the front door, man.
Can
That
you
is
imagine like
cool history.
the brainwashing, But yeah, it's
are those bottles around anywhere?
Oh, for sure.
You can find
I
a
probably
bottle
have one at home.
Oh my God. Okay, this is good. This is exciting because this is so much fun, and Alex Liberati here with us, and we actually have another treat too because Chef Marta Biasotti is here with us as well. She's going to be bringing out a bunch of delicious food that you do at Liberati's. But what's really cool is your brewing background. Ono beers weren't even on the scene at that time.
Well,
or were they in your mind?
No, they have been forever.
They have been forever.
I absolutely, in the 80s we had in the 90s we had Dogfish Head come out with the first commercially available beer with grape all year round, distributed. Cantillon's been doing it since the 70s.
But wasn't on your radar at the time in your 20s?
I went through a phase where at a certain point I thought that it was not something good and it shouldn't happen, and that was a couple of years actually, or even more. I was approached by the chief enologist of one of the biggest wineries that we have in Italy, and he came to me, he's like, have you ever thought of brewing a beer with grapes? And I'm like, sure, let's try that out.
All right, great place to pause. We're going to come back and just talk about the migration of Alex Liberati and his brand, which is Liberati's here in Denver. And you can get anything you want. And with the Colorado Restaurant Association doing their highlights with Denver Food and Wine, you'll have the opportunity to go explore all of these great things. And I would encourage you to meet us there for a couple of things. but Dining Under the Stars, Wednesday, September 4th. Brian and I will be there. Jay will be there as well.
24th in Champa.
And it's cool. It's at Liberati's Restaurant and Brewery on 24th in Champa. It's Wednesday, September 24th. Just Google Denver Food and Wine, and you'll know what we're talking about. Let's take a quick break. We'll come right back. We'll bring Chef on with us as well. This is really fun having you here. We're going to have him for the remainder of the hour.
Awesome.
In the meantime and in between time, we'll go to Little Rich and Rachel in the Little Rich Corner right here on the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
A great segment, but we've got Rachel here that's going to give us a little peek behind the curtain at Liberati. Tell us what news do you got for us?
So, yeah, Liberati, we're super excited to be hosting Dinner Under the Stars and Rise and Dine, two of the most popular events as part of Denver Food and Wine Festival. We've got Chef Marta here coming up. She's going to be showing you some amazing desserts. She's super talented, making her tiramisu stout. It's seriously to die for.
That tiramisu, when she walked by with that tray, I asked her just put it in my car. Don't even take it over here.
Yeah.
Incredible. So tell us a little bit about Rachel.
Yeah.
So I understand there's more than just... Tell us your story.
Yeah, so I do public relations for restaurants. I'm super honored to work with some of the best in town.
Great roster.
Thank you. Rosenberg's Bagels, which is a part of Bridge and Tunnel Restaurant Group, which also has famous original Jay's Pizza and Lou's Italian Specialties, as well as Comal Heritage Food Incubator, which is a restaurant that employs refugees and immigrant women and teaches them the job skills that they need to take their culinary skills to the next level.
That's awesome. Thanks for joining us. We'll be right back.
It's at rickedelman.com. That's ricedelman.com.
Attention! Upgrading your bathtub to a shower system can prevent fall-related injuries. Eliminating an old bathtub for a new Kohler walk-in shower can greatly increase bathroom safety. Trust your Kohler project to America's #1 remodeling company, Dream Style Remodeling. Save $7.99 off a Kohler shower system with 12 months, no money down, no payments, and no interest. This exclusive offer is only available by visiting DreamStyleShowers.com. That's DreamStyleShowers.com.
Hi, I'm Andrew Moore, brewmaster at the Intrepid Sojourner Beer Project. At Intrepid Sojourner, beer tells a story inspired by my adventures as a well-traveled archaeologist. My recipes draw inspiration from all over the world, from historical styles like Satis, Greitzers, and Kvass, to adjunct beers inspired by flavors from international cuisines. My beers broaden the horizons of what beer can be. Explore Basil IPA and Turkish Coffee Stout. Enjoy Chai Brown Ale. Taste Lavender Tripel and the distinctive Horchata Milk Stout. Thoughtfully sourced spices and herbs enhance flavors inherent to indigenous beer styles. My sincere hope is that Intrepid Sojourner Beer Project will inspire adventure and wanderlust. Come visit the tap room and share your tales with friends and plan your next sojourn. Located at 925 West 8th Avenue in the heart of the Arts District on Santa Fe. For everything Intrepid, look us up online at sojournerbeers.com and remember to drink globally, locally.
Hey, you guys, Jay Parker here for Encore Energy. How much are you paying for your natural gas? Wouldn't you like to save 10 to 20% on your natural gas bill? Of course you would. You're not crazy. Encore Energy and Brian Rizzuto can do just that, save you money. Give Brian a call, 720-245-5771. Maybe you own a restaurant or a brewery and use a ton of natural gas. This is how you save money. Get a free savings review from Brian Rizzuto and Encore Energy. Call Brian at 720-245-5771. Save 10 to 20% on your natural gas bill right now.
Rocker Spirits. It's a distillery. It's a place to hang. It's about quality. It's about taste. It's about passion. Infused with American spirit. Rocker whiskey, rocker rum, rocker vodka. Get ready for an original look, feel, and experience. Old Town Littleton. And if you get hungry while you're sipping on some drinks, they've got the best food truck line in town. Open Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. RockerSpirits.com. RockerSpirits.com.
My name's Chef Keegan Gerhardt, owner of D-Bar, and you're listening to The Modern Eater on iHeartRadio.
Well, Mile High City, right? Greg Hollenbeck?
What's so fun, Brian, is talking to Alex Liberati, and I just love the culture that he has. Coming from Rome and his experience and being here on a visa, not going back home yet, but I can't wait until he gets back home to talk about all of the great things that Colorado has to offer.
Well, yeah, and I'm going to dig deep here because I want to know, like, is he really from Rome? Or is he from
what's interesting,
a little town in Italy somewhere? Is he really, what is this man, the myth, the legend,
so he was out back talking.
Little town, like, called Rome.
Little town of Rome. So
Yeah,
you were
it's like in the center.
Born and raised? Oh, I've been there. It was I spent 24 days in Italy.
Okay.
One of the most incredible times. Landed in Milan, went over through Verona, Venetia, Rome, and Florence. I was able to
Isn't Florence
really,
the best?
I will tell you, I still have belts and shoes from Florence because to go out on the market and really, get involved. Because that's what it was so about is you go to a place where they're hanging legs of pigs, and right there they just carve a little off for you. You go to a place, it's only got cheese, it's only got meat.
Oh, absolutely.
It's only got bread, and then you'll jump on a train ride, and you take all these things with you onto the train and a bottle of wine, and you're set for the day.
Exactly like an Italian does. That's a true Italian experience there, for sure.
I will tell you, I embraced it because all through there I went to so many little towns.
Of course.
San Gimignano, Pisa. So, I went down on the coast.
So
Italy is an incredible place.
So someone who hasn't been and always hears the stories. I haven't been. Is it as romantic? Is it as nostalgic? Is it as great as you hear Alex from the Insider point of view?
Well, yes. It's like difficult, right? Because obviously, yes, there is all that. But then when you live there, it's a little bit different. But, you have to. It's sort of a third world country in a certain way, you know what I mean? So you have to deal with a lot of really crazy stuff. But it is an amazing place to go and visit. It's like unique in the world. You can't say that that's not true. It's just mind-blowing. And even for a Roman, just going around and experiencing all of Italy, little towns, absolutely all different realities, all different traditions. Think of it like if you drive anywhere from Rome in an hour, you will find a dialect that you have a hard time to understand if you're Roman.
You've got two coasts. What people don't. It's insane.
And we all vote for the same people. It's completely insane. We don't even understand each other. But yeah, But anyway,
you're so proud of your culture. That's what I was going to ask about. Why you didn't let other things in? Because I would think it's the culture. You guys are so proud to be an Italian. Like everything else is. Yeah, nothing.
I have to say, some of them are, some of us are, but I personally feel that there is much more proudness. I feel that the Americans are much more proud of being Americans than Italians being Italian, I have to say.
Interesting.
We kind of take it for granted in a certain way in Italy. In America, instead, you really have that culture, and it's really awesome. It's fascinating. And it really is what makes this place amazing for me. Everything from we don't display flags. We don't have rules on how a flag should be displayed or anything like that. Over here instead, everyone really feels it, and it's really good. And plus, in a place as welcoming as Denver, you really are proud to be a part of it yourself.
You don't think that's just because we're mutts? And we're trying to prove ourselves that we are like.
Look, people are the same all over the world. As we say in Italy, paese che vai, usanza che trovi, meaning the city you go, the same way to do you find.
Yeah, and here in America, it's wherever you go, there you are. Which is so if you're running from your problems, wherever you go, there you are. You're the same person. And what strikes me is, Alex, English, I'm guessing, is your second or third language.
Second. My mom's British. That's my trick.
But you speak great.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic dialect and masterful of the English language. And I think some of the things I said jumped the gun to him the other day, and he's like, I don't know what that means. But so some of the mannerisms or
idioms,
are vernacular.
Hey, it's Jay. I just wanted to tune in because when you say that his English is so good that when he says he doesn't understand something, or a phrase in English, you're like, what do you mean you don't understand? Like, you speak English, so why don't you? And then I have to remember that he just speaks English really well. It's not his first language.
We're talking to Alex Liberati, and Liberati, you changed it up a little bit.
It took me a while
to
understand what chip on the shoulder means. What does that even mean? But I'll get there, guys.
Like
I'm studying.
Chips right here.
Exactly. That was my first thought. I'm like, fish and chips. so do you eat it? Is it something good? You know, I mean,
and it makes no sense, truly, because if you had said, Greg, explain what that means, so I just know, what it means.
Well, we have a lot of sayings in Italy that don't mean anything as well. Like, for example, the duck without water does not float. I mean, sure. And then there's an array of different meanings that has. Someone's down there
that
laughing.
makes perfect sense.
It does. But what are you really trying to say with that, man?
That I don't know.
It's 7:30 on 630 KHOW iHeart radio station. Chef Marta Biasotti is going to join us here in the next break. You have time, Marta, like 5 minutes, and then you'll be on. She is a firecracker. She's going to light this station on fire right here. Can't wait to have Marta on. But as you can tell, we like to, obviously, here it is. We tell you to go down to Liberati's, enjoy yourself, have a good time. But we like talking to you about business, culture. The biggest difference to you, food and beverage-wise, we'll just leave it there. Food and beverage-wise, what's a day like in, let's just say Rome, okay? What's a day like to where you start up, when do you start eating, and what do you eat?
As a normal foodie
you up
we're
early?
enjoying.
Yeah.
Well, we're not really big on breakfasts,
Yes.
but we definitely start out lunch. I mean, it's normal to have a half a bottle of wine, I guess.
What time's lunch?
Lunch is a little bit later than over here. It's probably from 1 on.
1 on.
1 on.
Okay, what time do you eat dinner?
Well, I'd say around 8:39.
Which is a great time for me.
Well,
and I always feel guilty doing it.
Well, we have a saying in Rome. I don't know if that's politically correct, but we say that you're a priest if you eat before 8 o'clock. So it's a bad thing to do to eat before 8 o'clock, apparently.
So you're just a straight or a square.
You're square, exactly,
You're a square.
exactly. We identify with priests.
So does that mean you're staying up late, or does that mean you just eat your meal at the end of the day?
Well, people stay out later, for
Are
sure.
you trying to unwind at that point?
I
mean, how long does dinner take?
Well, I mean, it also stems from the hours that we normally work. So we start maybe at 8, have a break at 12, go back to work at 4, and then work until 8.
Wow.
So
you are working.
No, I know. It's unbelievable. Someone is in Italy for some reason.
Like I was thinking, this is like Los Angeles. All right, 8 o'clock, about 1, 4, but then they don't go back to work. The New York Stock Exchange is closed down.
That's good.
So they don't go back to work. But you're going to work until 8 and then
Yes.
continue going.
Mm-hmm. Shops close at 8.
Shops close at 8.
So then, time to shower, go home, whatever. 9, you're out eating, So, yeah, you're having dinner at 9, generally. And then normally nightlife continues until, say, 2 o'clock in the middle of the week, and weekend till 4, 5.
Stop it.
Yeah, kind of normal.
You're supposed to get up at that point?
Yeah, well, yeah.
It gets a
people
little harder,
do.
man.
Well, yeah, what do you have to do? They have those 4 hours in the middle of the day. You can go and relax,
Here's what I want to do. I want you to set the tease. This is what you call tease before the break because we need to keep people through the commercials.
Sure.
Tease the chef.
What is it? What does tease mean?
Tease means kind of an introduction or just a taste, just a little taste because I want more. So if I give you a little taste of what Marta's all about, you're going to want to stick around through the break to hear more about Marta.
Well, Marta is definitely as Italian or as Roman as she can get, as someone can get. Plus, her family comes from all over Italy. So she's a really cultural mixture. She really embodies Italy quite a little bit more than I do, I feel.
That's perfect tease right there.
There you go.
We're going to just finish you off when we get back. No more teasing. We'll come back and we'll talk to Alex Liberati's here with us, and Marta Biasotti is going to join us as well. This is so much fun. We have a half an hour more with these folks, and this is just really cool. We'll send it off to Little Rich in the Little Rich Corner. In the meantime, you are listening to the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Thanks, Greg. I'm in the corner with Brian the Bloodhound Freeman because he finds those facts. Tell us about Pueblo.
Okay, we're talking about Pueblo, and what we're talking about is a Food and Ag Conference, or the Food and Ag Summit, as it's going to be called, in Pueblo. And what we're going to be doing is bringing ranchers, farmers, restaurant, brewers, water conservation groups, all kinds of people down to talk about how we can improve our ag in Pueblo. And it's a big deal because we're going to also have 5 companies, 6 companies down there pitching ag projects to people like Walter Robb. And I don't know if you know who Walter Robb is. He's the co-CEO of Whole Foods. He's going to be down there, kind of a big player. We're going to have all kinds of people from the state, all kinds of people from our legislators, senators, policymakers are going to be down there. And then we're going to have lots of young companies who are trying to get their word out. Our friends from Solar Rose Coffee down in Pueblo, our friends from Walters Brewing down in Pueblo. We're going to have all these really great little companies that are talking about what they are doing for Pueblo.
Hey, we got to be back. We're going to have Brian on again. We'll be right back.
Here, owner of Rome Sausage, your hyper-local source for all things sausage awesomeness. My family is proud to carry on the fine traditions of Rome's founder, Jerry Rome, by producing a variety of amazing sausage in small batches with an eye on quality, not quantity. Every batch is made here in the great state of Colorado by hand mixing spices, utilizing lean cuts of pork to make an outstanding product. Sourcing ingredients and materials locally, we are committed to supporting local vendors, chefs, restaurants, and the entire Colorado food scene. Getting hungry yet? Brats, Italian, breakfast, hot Polish, green chili, chicken apple, and the world's best chorizo. You can source all of our sausage through a variety of food service distributors. If your distributor doesn't carry it, call us. We'll come direct. You want a custom item? We'll do that too. Samples, and of course, sausage jokes, can be had by contacting me directly at chris@romesausage.com or by phone at 303-296-7663. The modern eater loves Rome sausage, and I know you will too.
Wear black and eat spices. Hey, Mod.
Yeah, live in 1.5.
Spice Guy, Colorado's favorite spice company. Spice is the variety of life. At the Spice Guy, we have a passion for sourcing the best ingredients from the best farmers all over the world. Choose from thousands of different GMO-free spices and ingredients. Or let us create and blend custom flavor profiles for whatever style of food it is that you're working with. With over 1,000 restaurants, food brands, and chefs behind us, you can't go wrong when you choose the Spice Guy for all your spice needs. The Spice Guy. Spicy. Born in...
1 minute to the live.
SkyCo.com.
Hey everyone, it's Colleen Ferreira with the Colorado Chefs Association. Are you ready to put your passion to work? Well, we train the future chefs of Colorado, and we want you to join us. The Colorado Chefs Association is recruiting for our fall semester right now. Join our American Culinary Federation accredited cooking program, work in a professional kitchen, and get paid all while earning your sous chef certification. Email me at colleen@acfcoloradochefs.org. I'd love to hear from you. Join our excitement and explore a new future.
Okay, back to the show in just a minute. I have to tell you about our friend Jeff Rourke and A-Plus Beverage Solutions, installing tap lines for 20 years. It's a family business. Him and his wife, Kristen, they just had a newborn baby. This is what's really cool. I always say I would love to support a local business so that you could put a pair of new shoes on their daughter or son instead of taking a large corporation and putting another boat in that corporate boatyard.
Yes.
These are the guys that are going to make your tap room realities come through. Beer, wine, water, coffee, nitro. If you need to add a tap line, just like I was talking to Sadie Russo from Bonbons, they have 4 taps. They're looking to expand. If you're looking to do that, it's Jeff Rourke and A-Plus Beverage Solutions, because maintenance is a big deal as well. Foam is money. There's nothing worse or tackier than going in and seeing a restaurant and bar that's pouring half foam, half beer, and then pouring it into a pitcher and then pouring it into a cup. You lose the temperature. It's just an ugly situation, and you don't want that to happen. You want to get a hold of Jeff Rourke from A-Plus Beverage Solutions. He'll make sure that you're all dialed in. Foam is money. If you're pouring inefficient beer, boys, what are you doing?
You're pouring your money down the drain.
Please don't pour your money down the drain. Marta Biasotti would be so mad at you if you did that.
Absolutely.
Because every penny counts, especially when you own a business.
Yep.
I encourage you, get a hold of him. Brian, do you have your pen?
Yes, I'm getting my pen, but I'm calling out to a good friend of ours, Sean Smiley. Get your pen right now.
You need it.
Smileys, we need Jeff Rourke and A-Plus Beverage Solutions.
John,
What's the phone number?
I don't know what that's all about, but here's the phone number, 720-272-3809. 720-272-3809. It's Jeff Rourke and A-Plus Beverage Solutions.
Hey, this is Brother Luck from Colorado. All right, you ready? Owner of 4 by Brother Luck and Lucky Dumplings. I mean, he's a very, very impressive man. And you're rocking with the Modern Eater, iHeartRadio.
All right. If Alex Liberati wasn't enough, we're about to bust off a firecracker.
I'm excited. Oh, she is a firecracker, folks. If you've ever met a chef with passion, Marta.
Yeah.
Marta Biasotti
Good job.
is the gal
Come
who is
on,
going to
you
have
can't take
passion.
credit for my phonetic right. Come on.
Did you really do that?
Yeah, that's how you do it in the industry. Biasotti, you know?
You're getting better and better every time you say it, man. I'm telling you. You're turning into an Italian. Look at you moving your hands.
And kind of I wish I was, because a lot of times, I mean, everything that I do in life, I've learned my whole life from Goodfellas and professional wrestling. I truly have. Goodfellas is, if you haven't learned life from The Godfather.
I'm never telling you that I never watched The Goodfellas.
You haven't?
Never.
Oh, it's movie nights coming up.
Quei bravi ragazzi. Piccole, quei bravi ragazzi.
It's
No?
good stuff. Because Paulie doesn't.
That's it. We're going home now.
Yeah.
We're doing.
I was cooking. I didn't have time to watch movies.
Okay, I get it.
Paulie doesn't move for anybody because he doesn't have to. It's good stuff, I love the culture. I really do, and it's edgy, it's gritty, but it's true, and it is authentic, and as authentic as you guys love us or leave us, right? Love us or leave us.
Well, but some incredible stuff has come out of Italy, and you guys should talk about that because, seriously, I know linens. There's just a couple small linen companies, food.
Leonardo da Vinci, for example.
Yes, a little bit of art, a little bit of, like,
So
understanding around the world about how things operate.
How about food and wine?
Well,
incredible. Some of the best wine comes out of...
And the winner of the best restaurant in the world is from Italy.
Absolutely. Osteria
Massimo
Francescana.
Bottura.
Have you? Do you guys know? You've been to was it Modena, no?
Yeah. Yep.
You've been to Modena, have you?
Yeah, they took him
Uh-huh.
out from the competition because he won too many times. So.
This is when Marta comes
Yep.
on. This is where you're like, oh, okay, Alex, now your English is horrible. Because they get together and you start talking, and which I love, because this is going to be a fun half an hour talking with these guys right now. But first, you did the setup. We call it a tease here. You teased Marta coming on right now. But Chef, talk about that. Introduce your chef.
So, I think that she can introduce herself much better than what I can do.
No, please
Marta,
do
where's your mom and dad come from? Because you're from all around Italy, aren't you?
Well,
I mean, you're
her
not just
dad
Roman,
was
are
a
you?
cook.
I was born and grew up in Rome, but my mom is from Friuli, so northeast of Italy, and my dad is from northwest of Italy. And my sister used to live for a lot of years in south of Italy, so I basically pick up whatever I could from the entire Italy. I grew up with the north. My grandmother used to make pasta in the house and all this stuff. My dad is a chef. I'm basically Cinderella.
Yeah, is it
I grew up in a kitchen.
So both are north, right? You said
Marta.
northeast and northwest, so the
Exactly.
Treviso and...
Friuli and Lombardia.
Okay.
Marta, is it true that your dad was a chef and he basically did everything? So you were relegated to making pastries, and so you're a pastry chef to begin with because that's all that was left for you to be able to cook.
Well, the thing was that I started making desserts when I was a kid. 'Cause I grew up with my dad making dishes, and the game for him with me was, okay, this is the dish. Try to figure it out which are the ingredients.
Oh, I
That's
like
how I
that
was
game.
grew up.
That's a cool game.
It's a really good game. But
He's a
the
smart
only
man.
thing he wasn't able to do was desserts. So every time that we have friends at dinner or like big dinners or party at home, hey, can you do a dessert? Yeah.
Now, did you turn the tables on him and say, he goes, that's a delicious dessert, and you go, tell me what the ingredients are.
No, I never did that.
You know?
But when he came here the past summer and he tastes food, well, he had something to complain because he's dad. He's going to complain forever.
Like all Italians.
Okay.
But this one you should make with a pinch of whatever. Oh, dude. Oh, come on, man.
I would add something, but he was really proud, and that's my best thing. But whatever, I started as a pastry chef because it was the only thing that he couldn't do.
Right.
And my 21 years old birthday gift was a professional pastry school, and I started with that. Then I met Alex, and one day I just met him and I say, hey, we can work together.
Now, were you happy when you saw
It
that
actually
gift
happened
of
like that. I'm like, yeah, we're working together. That's what she said. We're working together at a beer festival. I'm like, sure, cool. And so
Who are you?
she's like, you're missing great desserts at this place. You got to get it started. I'm like, sure, let's try it out. And so that's how we met. And her dad at the time, Flavio, amazing dude. He's like, what are you working with that dude there in a bar? What are you, nuts? Beer? And no, there was no beer at the time. So it was like completely like beer. Why would you ever? And so years later, instead, he turned around and he was like, oh my God, Marta, you did a great career. Good for you, So, yeah. And so she started out as a pastry chef for Brasserie 420. And then, she took over the rest of the kitchen. And then eventually we opened another couple of spots and she started managing the whole thing. And so, yeah, we've been working together for more than a decade now. So
That's a great fit.
Yes. Really cool.
So you guys
She
came
is
over
fiery.
together.
I love this.
She's my boss, basically. That's how it works.
I know. How could you say no when she tells you something?
Absolutely.
I don't see you saying no. to
Roger,
Marta.
you say Roger, or yes, sir.
I got it. Yes,
chef.
Is it
Yes, chef.
is it comforting knowing that you guys are here to that you've got each other's back?
Totally, it is. Absolutely. Are you kidding me? It absolutely is.
I
Yeah,
know
totally.
everything about him.
Yeah.
And I know exactly how we can work together because
That's what you call job security. You know where all the bodies are buried. you know
Totally, absolutely.
I know
That's
that
job security.
whatever happens, I got his back, and he got my back.
Yeah.
So we're going to work together forever, probably.
Yeah, I agree. Well, like one of my moments with you, it's been when
shrimps?
No, good moments, man, good moment. So when I decided to move out from Italy, and I went to Marta and to Fra, and I told them, okay, guys, I'm going.
Come back.
That's it. I'm going. I'm leaving Italy. So you can manage all my places, and do your own thing, and then or you can come with me, but I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing. We have no idea. And they're like, yeah, we're totally coming with you. And that was just, it still gives me a little bit of goosebumps to think so.
That's belief in you.
So we're going to work with this lady here forever, I hope.
What we have to do, because, man, we could spend 2 hours with you guys. What we have to do is first talk about the food program at Liberati and what you brought here for us today.
Okay, so Liberati makes Italian food, of course. That's
Yes,
the
ma'am.
thing that I can do.
Yes, chef.
Good job.
Yes,
very good.
I try to maintain the authentic flavors that I got at home, where I grew up. What I can't do, what I can't find here, I make it by myself, like guanciale.
That we have here, actually.
That thing there.
Yep.
Whatever. That it's a cured pork jowl with salt and pepper. And I try to maintain like a modern style cuisine. So twist on something, super traditional dishes with a different color.
Yeah.
But it's where I grew up.
I've read that you're not interested in doing Italian-American food. You're interested in doing your food and doing it well.
I don't know Italian-American food.
Which is
That's
great.
the problem.
There's not really Italian-American
So I would
food.
like to call this.
We've never had it. We've never had
that's
like
the
the
thing. I
chicken
mean,
parmesan
I have
ever.
to say,
So
I love mac and cheese.
No, and I
sorry.
love it.
I
No,
love
don't
mac
worry,
and
don't get me
cheese.
wrong. I love, for example, American pizza. I love the obviously the crossover. In fact, I think that in some of our plates, we are trying to achieve that, but with more of an Italian kind of mindset. We're going towards not a fusion between cultures, but something creative, something different than just traditional and which has probably been seen 1,000 times, authentic Italian food, which we obviously have and do because we enjoy it, of course, but also something new and adventurous. So, for example, chicken wings is one of the most eaten things around here. And like marinating them with Campari, we found, which it's actually something quite interesting. So the chicken has this sort of smoke ring red kind of hue around it. You get that bittersweet thing of the Campari. You get all those herbs out of it.
That you never think that.
So, and you tempura that. So, and so there is also an aspect of creativity. I mean, we make our mozzarella in-house. We make our pork jowl. We make our salami, we make
pasta.
We do a lot of. I mean, we go through
that's
crazy lengths
that's
to be authentic and do and represent Italy in the right way. But we also want to play around and do some fun stuff.
Alex and Marta, what part of Italy do you want to embrace the most? Do you think?
It depends. There's no.
So all over,
Didn't
you're going to
just
take.
hear the
I
left and the
love
right
to
coast?
pick a mix. I love to pick a mix because I grew up in a kitchen. My parents are from north. My sister lived in the south. So I pick up the better things around Italy that I could. So I have no problems to use fried polenta from the south with a taleggio cream that it's from really north of Italy. I love Italy.
Well, but even and what Greg was saying there is he was saying, oh, don't you know they're from the east and the west coast? But the north is very different. And
East Coast Italy, bro.
Yeah, there's almost but there's almost like I would say in Italy there's almost at least 3 different very unique cuisines, and maybe even 4 because when you come down
more, absolutely. It's so like completely granular. It's
probably 100 different cuisines.
All right, let's break off. We got to come back and we'll do one last segment, and this is so much fun. Can you do this again, Brian? Oh, he's off. Chef Marta Biasotti. I love it. And Alex Liberati are here with us. We'll come back and finish up the show with them right here on the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
God, what a delicious segment that was.
Oh, my gosh, it makes me want to go back to Italy, Rich.
Holy cow. Well, we can't quite go to Italy, but maybe we can go to Pueblo. What's happening in Pueblo?
And we can go. I will tell you, there actually are a lot of Italians in Pueblo. I mean, we work with our friends down there, and so listen, one thing what a lot of people don't know about Pueblo, tell me, it's not only known for
green chili. There's more than green chili in Pueblo.
There is a lot more than green chili in Pueblo. And what people don't realize is there is great food. We've got corn and melons. Folks, Rocky Ford melons are just south of Pueblo. Mm-hmm. We have so much incredible food coming out of Pueblo. And on top of all the food that we have an incredible group of educators. Our friends like Mo over at Pueblo Community College. Yep. She's running the whole culinary program there at Pueblo Community College. So we have Mo, we have all these people down there. Some of the best water experts are down there. People down there. I met with some young guys trying to start a shrimp aquaculture down in Pueblo. We've got solar roast in Pueblo. So much cool stuff.
We got to do a segment on this maybe next week.
We have to, and we will.
Sounds great. We'll be right back.
Founder of South River Aquaponics and Alpenglow Mushrooms. As a Le Cordon Bleu trained chef, I know the importance of quality ingredients. That's why in 2013, I left the fine dining industry to start a sustainable organic farm. At South River Aquaponics Alpenglow, we are the leader in sustainable growing practices, utilizing our natural resources as effectively as possible. No pesticides, no GMOs, no funny business, just clean, honest food production. We use old world techniques combined with modern technology to bring you the best possible produce. Our gourmet mushroom facility provides CO2 for our greenhouse that grows tilapia as well as lettuces and herbs in our aquaponics system. Look for us in natural grocers, City Market, and served on the plates of Colorado's finest chefs. At South River Aquaponics Alpenglow Mushrooms, we're growing greener. To learn more about aquaponics and see our products, go to our website at southriveraquaponics.com. South River Aquaponics, the future of farming.
My dad's vegetables are so good, I can't live without them.
Hey, Colorado chefs. Brian Freeman with Growers Organic and the Modern Eater Talk Show. Do you care about where your food comes from? I do. Do you want loyalty from customers who care about that as well? I can help by providing top quality organic produce with reliable delivery, knowledgeable sales team who genuinely care about how food is grown, transported, and served. Chefs, Growers Organic will ensure you have excellent ingredients for your next James Beard dinner, your nightly specials, or your regular menu items. Join the organic revolution and go organic with Growers Organic. Look
30 seconds.
.com.
Hey, chef friends, it's Little Rich here from Rockalita's Tortillas. Rockalita's, known for hyper-local, innovative, and healthy tortillas and chips, served by Colorado's top chefs, and that's why we only use Colorado Mills sunflower oil. If you, too, want to serve the healthiest, most vibrant-tasting foods, you must use Colorado Mills. Colorado Mills is hyper-local.
Coming back in 10 seconds.
Whether you bake, fry, or saute, get your Colorado Mills today. Available through Shamrock, Growers Organic, and Dawn Foods. For the best oil in the business, use Colorado Mills.
Now
it's time for the Modern Eaters Booze in the News segment.
I like my beer cold, my meat grilled, and my entertainment explosive.
All we need is a chair and a cooler beer.
Here's your booze news.
All right, booze in the news, all the booze news you can use, and then we have to do a big old congratulations because Chef and Brew, here they go, coming away with accolades. It's Liberati. And Alex, we barely talked about Ono beers. Marta, do you like the beers that he makes?
Oh, absolutely.
I know. Which one do I taste? Here, I have an empty
I know.
glass.
Okay, so
Is this how you in Italy you let people with an empty glass? What's going on here?
No, I know. That's so un-Italian of us. Absolutely. But let me pour you something very Italian looking. Look at that.
To say, not
looks
because
like
it's
wine.
one, but Eroica, it's definitely my favorite beer.
So what we want to do, with 3.5 minutes left, I want you to just riff on what this is all about because you have a lot to say.
Eno beers?
Yes.
Oh, it's this beautiful uncharted territory that we're exploring, and it's just a pleasure and an honor to do so.
Yeah.
It's
There's
just
books upon books about
you just have
winemaking
3 minutes.
and
Just
beer
say.
making, but there's like a pamphlet.
Yeah, so Alex,
There's not even a
3
pamphlet.
minutes,
That's the
rant.
thing. I
Go
mean,
on
you
a
know,
rant.
that's the point. It's like you get to use all your knowledge of beer making and also winemaking in a new and adventurous way, and discover honestly flavors that have not been created yet.
Are you the first person to do it?
Well, no, but I think I'm the first person to be exploring it such in depth.
So Sam Calagione from Dogfish Head, he did a lot of that as well. But you are somebody that you've taken this on as a passion project.
Absolutely. And
Why?
Well, because, grapes are a fantastic fruit. They can't be considered like another fruit. I mean, we're speaking about this small old thing which has like 30% sugar, tannins, malic acid, tartaric acid, God knows what. And like hundreds of years, thousands of years have been used from winemakers to be able to extract all the flavors and colors from these beautiful grapes. And now we're tasked to do this in the world of beer. It's completely nuts. It's
Alex,
crazy.
Can I kidnap you on the 21st of September to go with us in our wine country of Grand Junction, where we're going to the wine festival to do a live broadcast and introduce you to some of these local purveyors?
Oh, my God, that'd be such an honor. Absolutely.
The 21st. Would you do that?
Absolutely, yes.
We've
for
got-
sure.
It's the
Count
Colorado
me in.
Mountain Wine Fest, September 19th through the 21st.
And
It's in Grand Junction. We're going to do a show on the.
we got you all set up. Hotel
I
room,
followed
everything.
your last road trip. That was amazing. I mean, I'd love to be a part of it. That'd be great.
Would you go with us?
Are you kidding me? Yeah, but we can bring some booze as well. I mean, yeah.
I think
I can be the official booze supplier until we get there. Then there's wine there, but
I'd like to see what your thoughts are on locally sourced grapes, because I don't think they're going to hold a candle to anything that you have, but to have your expertise and input on that would be fantastic. And if you were so kind to network with any of these folks,
I'd love to. I mean, I do think that there's some awesome producers over here. Some people are making some really nice natural wines that are my jazz, and so I'd love to go around with you, man. That'd be very fun.
all right, we're going to take this clip and put it on the internet so he can't turn back. The 21st,
You can
Alex.
come, Marta.
Done.
Yes.
Marta, will
Yes,
you come?
Marta, you can come.
Please,
Hey.
absolutely.
We have a job as
I
well,
know,
to do.
I-
But yeah,
I
but
know.
sure, absolutely.
Okay,
Whatever.
so 45 seconds, you guys. It's been such a pleasure to catch up with you, and we're going to do so much with these guys at Liberatis. But what do you want to leave the impression with of why? Give the 30-second elevator speech of why to come down and visit you.
It is definitely unique and different, and we put all our hearts and souls to create this, and I think it's something that people enjoy.
I just want to give him a hug.
Dinner Under the Stars this Wednesday will be.
I'll give you a hug
will
as
be at
well,
your
buddy.
place,
Come on,
man.
come here.
So folks, Dinner Under the Stars at Liberati this Wednesday. Then we're going to be back there on Sunday for Rise and Dine.
That it's already sold out, by the way.
Nice.
Yep. Oh, it is?
Nice,
Okay.
nice,
Yep.
Well, you
It's
can't come,
just-
but we'll be there. We'll show
Yes,
you on the
yeah.
internet. Chef Marta Biasotti, Alex Liberati, such a pleasure for all of us. We'll see you next week.
Exxon and Mobil present How to Be Supreme. First, fill your tank with Exxon and Mobil Supreme. New Synergy Supreme Plus to keep your engine 2 times cleaner for better gas mileage. Then get the rest of your car 2 times cleaner. My rims are so shiny they can be seen from space. I saw pictures. So clean your engine with new Exxon and Mobil Synergy Supreme Plus. It's supreme. It's premium. It's supreme. Fill up today or go to Exxon.com for details. Synergy Supreme. Gas compared to Synergy regular gas and 4 fuel injected oils. Benefits based on continuous use.
At Fidelity, we believe nothing should come between you and your
money. So we're introducing zero account fees with zero minimums to open an account. All because we want you to invest with zero trade-offs. Visit fidelity.com/. Account minimums and zero account fees apply to retail brokerage accounts. Expenses charged by investments such as funds and management accounts, commissions, interest charges, or other expenses for transactions may still apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services.